What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with day 17 of the Dragon Ball Super reveals for Set 9 Universal Onslaught. Today we've got the special attack extra cards that we have all been expecting. I'm just happy to see that we're still getting somewhat of a set of support for mono-themed decks, because they're just so much fun to have, and I really liked the way they did the Infinite Saiyan rares as support for monocolor decks. Although they weren't as great, I did still enjoy a couple of them, like the Future Trunks. Let's go ahead and check this shit out. So first up, we have the box topper, the promotional card that comes with every booster box, similar to the Super Saiyan God Goku that we got in Set 8. It's Kakarot, the one and only. This card is based off of the box art from the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game. It's a 4-cost, 15,000 with blocker, revenge, and barrier. It's a hell of a lot all in one card. His activate main says, for 2 energy, choose 4 cards in your drop area, send them to your warp, play this card from your hand. What's interesting to note about this card is its character name is actually Kakarot and not Son Goku. As of right now, we don't have any cards that interact specifically with a Kakarot. And I'm assuming that the reason this card was named Kakarot is because of the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game specifically. It's a good card. It would be so much of a better card if it was Goku. Mainly for us Vegito players. It'd be a cheap, good Goku we could get out. It'd be a Goku that you could charge it, and he would still count as red, green, or blue. And you could use him for your Potara fusions, so you could get him out relatively easily for 2 energy. All in all, it could have been a fantastic card. It's still not a bad card in the least bit. I really just wish that it could have been a Goku, though. We already went over this card, I believe, in the past, but I figured we'd go ahead and touch up on it again, because I haven't really seen a lot of people mentioning the fact that he was Kakarot and not Son Goku. So I thought we would discuss it for just a moment before we get on to the good shit. So the first of these new cards is Frieza's Death Ball. It's a 1-cost activate battle. Says if your leader card is red, choose up to 1 of your leader cards or battle cards. It gets plus 15,000 power for the duration of the battle. Now, all of these cards have the same activate battle skill, so we're not going to go over that every time, because it's the same fucking thing, just for different colored leaders. The auto says, if all of your energy is red, when you activate this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's leader cards or battle cards. It gets minus 10,000 power for the duration of the battle. So, for any red leader, it is a 1-cost plus 15,000 to its power for that battle. If all of your energy is red, or even red and another color, then this card is basically a generic Revenge Death Ball for red leaders. This also works for if your leader is red and another color. So with the new Frieza, for example, you could play this with that new Frieza because it's a red leader. You could play it with the red-yellow Goku, the Surge leader, because he's a red leader. Also, as long as your energy is red or red and another color, then you fulfill the requirements for the second ability. If your leader is, say you're playing the red-blue leader, you could play this card. You could also play the blue version. And if your energy is all multicolor energy, you could play both cards and get both secondary abilities as well. This is a really, really cool card. I don't feel like red needed any more support in this area. And I definitely don't feel like red needed a generic Revenge Death Ball. But, fantastic card nonetheless. For blue, we have Ultra Instinct Goku's Kamehameha. Activate battle is the same for a blue leader. Auto says if all your energy is blue, when you activate this card, if it's your turn, draw 1 card. So it's a 1-cost, somewhat better, or somewhat more powerful super combo. If it's your opponent's turn, choose up to 1 of your blue energy and switch it to active mode. So, if your opponent's attacking, you can basically play it and then still have an energy open to play another one, to play a counterattack, whatever you want to do with it. And if you're the one attacking with it, you draw a card. It's basically a super combo. You're just charging, or you're paying an energy cost for the extra 5,000 power. Super solid card, fantastic, gives you more energy manipulation, and the fact that it's only on your opponent's turn for that goes really well with the new red-blue Beerus super combo as well. So you could, with just one of these, you could untap 2 energy, or, well, more or less, you're untapping an energy and you're just not doing anything with this card's energy. Super, super solid card. Fantastic card for blue. I almost feel like some of these might be staples in their respective leaders. Red should be almost a staple for every red deck, unless you either just don't have the room or don't care about the power reduction. Blue should be a staple for every blue leader, just because that untap on your opponent's turn. I don't even know if I would use this on my turn unless I'm going for a kill shot. The other colors may not be as good for just any generic of their color, but red and blue definitely feel like they're going to be staples. And we have green, which is Cell's Earth-destroying Kamehameha. This is the one I was the most excited for because Cell, green, androids, that's my thing. If all of your energy is green, when you activate this card, choose one card in your opponent's hand and place it in their drop area. Here's why this card is fucking dope. You, as the player, choose a card in your opponent's hand. This card is... I don't know if I want to say it's skill reliant, or if I want to just say it's like attention to detail oriented. But if you are paying attention, if your opponent does something, they search a card, they add something to their hand, if you pay attention to which card it is that they add to their hand, you can choose which card you're ripping out of their hand. Regardless, you're choosing to blindly rip a card out of their hand. But if they add something, say for example, you got rid of their Victory Strike Goku. You milled it, whatever. They do something, add it back to hand. You're like, it's that card right there. Bam! Cell Earth-destroying Kamehameha. I'm going to take this card. I know it's the Victory Strike. Put that shit back in your drop area. Fuck that card. This card is so much better than I've seen people giving credit for. I've seen people saying, oh, green got the short end of the stick again. Hell no! They did not. I hate seeing that people are shitting on this new green stuff. Like, I get it. You don't like Cell. You got PTSD from fucking, like, 18 sets ago. This card is good. If you are paying enough attention, if you know when to play it, you can totally fuck up your opponent's plays. If you know which card you're ripping out of their hand, it's so much better than it just being a blind pull. I love this card. The fact that it's just for any green leader means that I'm running this shit in all kinds of green decks. Like, I used to be a hardcore blue player. I have, with the exception of androids, because androids have always been my favorite deck. But there's just so many ways to build good green decks now, and this card is definitely one of them. You're not looking at this card going, oh, you discard a card, it's hand destruction. No, this is letting you snipe a card out of your opponent's hand that they have hand-selected themselves to add to their hand for their own plays. This card is fucking solid, and honestly, aside from the art and it being Cell, this might be my favorite out of all of these little attack, whatever rare cards they're called. Then for yellow, we've got Vegeta's Final Flash. This was one of my favorite moments in the show because Vegeta was super arrogant, let Cell absorb 18, who then became too powerful for this new Ascended Saiyan Vegeta to be able to handle, and then he pulls out this Final Flash that rips Cell's body in half, or rips a good chunk of his body off. Was an amazing moment in the anime. Until Cell was just like, yeah, I've got Piccolo's cells in me. I can regenerate. I don't know why he sounded more like Hercule than Cell, but anyway. If all of your energy is yellow, when you activate this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, negate its skills for the duration of the turn. This card right here is so... It's activate battle. So, they attack you. They're attacking with something dangerous, something that's going to do some shit, or just try and kill you, and you're like, aha! No. No, Yugi boy. Because he doesn't care about barrier. This is Vegeta going all out, and Final Flash is ready to fuck shit up. This is another solid, fantastic card. And I gotta say, these cards are just so good. the art on them are fantastic, and I bet with the foiling, especially since we know that there's no shatter foil, these cards could look really, really fucking cool. If they would give these cards promo, like tournament pack promo foiling, oh my god, they would be just goddamn amazing. Then lastly, we have Majin Buu's Human Extinction Attack for Black. This was one of the moments where you just learned that Majin Buu was a boss. I mean, you know, when he was Fat Buu, he was, you know, childish, and you're like, hey, he's kind of goofy, but he would fuck shit up. Super Buu didn't care. And Piccolo was like, you got all those humans you could kill. And he's like, okay, boom. Where's the fusion? You're like, alright, right this way. If all of your energy is black, when you activate this card, you choose one battle card in your opponent's drop area, send it to their warp, and then place 4 cards from the top of your deck in your drop area. I don't know how I feel about this card. This card is good, but it's geared towards being a little less generic than the other 4. So your leader card has to be black. Most black decks are Overrealm oriented, or, you know, with the new Majin Buu deck, you have, you know, you swap your, it's not really swapping, but, you know, you swap out your Buus for your other Buus, and putting 4 in the drop can kind of, you know, help you get more of them there so that you can, you know, continue that chain of aggression. Choosing a battle card in your opponent's drop area is, that's the weak part of this ability. And honestly, like, I love the card art. I love what they were kind of going for with it. But, like, you're DD crowing one of your opponent's... Wow, I have not used that reference in a while. One of your opponent's battle cards can screw up their plays, but I feel like it doesn't... I feel like it doesn't have as much impact as the other 4 do. Still a solid card, especially if you're playing Overrealm. This card would be really good because 1 energy and you're setting yourself up for most of the good Overrealms only costs, you know, 5 at most anyways. So, yeah, super solid card. Probably my least favorite out of the 4 just because of the ability. But I will definitely be running this in some of my black decks, especially the 2 that I keep built together. One of them being Master Saiyan, which people think I'm crazy because I run a mono black Master Saiyan deck, but it works just fine. And this card would be a great addition to that deck. Alright, well that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. Honestly, I am super excited for these cards. They're not exactly more monocolored support, but in a way, you kind of have to. If you're not running at least monocolored, they have to be dual-colored. So, kind of like half mono support. But anyway, I still really like them. I think all 5 of the cards are really solid. The black one, I feel like, is the weakest link. And honestly, to me, like, the red one is just super generic. Red, power reduction. I feel like the blue one is almost like a super combo and a sensu bean put together. And then the green one just lets you snipe any card out of your opponent's hand, which is just fantastic if you know exactly which card you're going for. The yellow one being able to strip your opponent of their abilities, super nice as well. So just all these cards are just fantastic. Even the box art promo is not bad either. I think this was a great reveal for this, and now all we have to do is wait to see what the new reboot leaders do. I kind of hope they'll just reveal them all at once, like they did with these cards, and hopefully we don't have to wait and see one for the next 5 days, because that would fucking suck, and it would be kind of shitty video-wise, but we'll make it work if that's what they decide to do with it. With that, though, we're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here. Let me know what you guys think about these cards, and if you think any of them are going to be staples for the respective colors, and then we'll see you guys in the next video.